son las 7:56. A partir de las 8 empezamos a meter la solicitud para que nos llegue. Esperemos en Dios que nos toque asilo.
Vladimir Cortez is among the thousands of migrants at crowded camps across the U.S.-Mexico border. Today, he's hoping to get one of the roughly 700 to 800 time slots that open every day through a mobile app called CBP-1, a new method for anyone seeking asylum in the U.S.
Corran, corran, corran!
All appointments are filled within minutes, and not getting one could mean additional days or weeks of waiting.
Es cuestión de, pues de suerte, porque si nos arroja la foto, nos manda información, y si le damos a enviar, puede que nos agarren la cita.
Even for digitally savvy migrants, the experience has been a challenge.
No le quiere escanear. Mira, no le quiere escanear la cara.
They say the app has glitches, and some even claim the facial recognition feature malfunctions for those with darker skin.
Me salió la captura de rostro para escanearla, pero si te acerca, no te la agarras, y ese es el problema, ¿no? Que dura mucho tiempo y ahí es donde se cuestiona. Y volvemos a intentarlo.
The CBP-1 app is part of President Biden's plan to provide more options for legal immigration.
If they're seeking asylum, they can use an app on their cell phone called CBP-1, O-N-E, CBP-1, O-N-E.
But on the ground, advocates say the app is not running smoothly.
Most of the families don't know how to use the app. The Haitian community, it's not scanning their face. Also, if it's more than 3 people, it's harder to get an appointment. So that's why families are facing, or we're facing with this problem, just adding myself and my husband, or me, only myself. And there's just so many problems going on right now.
The app is currently being used to coordinate the entry of up to 30,000 migrants from Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, and Venezuela that are asking for an exemption to pandemic-era border restrictions.
Si busco protección en Estados Unidos, porque es el único país en el mundo entero que me brinda mi protección.
¿Puedo confiar en que se van a portar todos bien? Sí.
Immigrant advocates say migrants who come alone, have the financial means, and are tech-savvy have better luck navigating the system to enter the U.S. legally. But those with families say the new system is making them consider separation to get one of the coveted appointments. Others, like Valentina, had her appointment squandered after officials told her she couldn't bring her child because she didn't have an appointment of her own.
Nos dirigimos los 3, y en lo que llegamos allá, pues ellos, ¿quiénes tienen cita? Tenía cita mi persona y el papá del niño. Y ellos nos dicen, pero el niño se queda. Y yo le digo, no, ¿y cómo se va a quedar? Y dice, sí, el niño se queda porque no tiene cita.
In the next few weeks, the app will become indispensable in the asylum process. A new rule which takes effect in May will penalize asylum seekers who cross into the U.S. illegally or do not apply for the protection through the app before arriving at the southern border. For Liliana Carlos, who runs a nonprofit to help migrant children, desperation and trauma within the camps is growing.
Nosotros aquí en la escuela vemos casos de niños con agresividad, vemos niños muy deprimidos, niños que ya no quieren vivir.
A Biden official told the Post in February that the app's error messages are because the slots on that day were filled. They've addressed concerns like adding Haitian Creole to its available languages. They deny that the app does not recognize darker complexions. While Biden's new border strategy faces technological and legal challenges, thousands of migrants in camps are still hoping to get what could be the biggest appointment of their lives.
Si no logramos el objetivo de obtener nuestra cita CBP, aquí nos vamos a quedar. Nosotros no podemos volver a Venezuela. Nosotros volvemos a Venezuela y somos personas muertas. Y no me siento seguro, siento miedo, temor y no quiero volver por nada del mundo a Venezuela. Necesito estar en un país seguro como es Estados Unidos.